Good morning guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about backpacking snacks, and in this case backpacking snacks for dogs, and even more precise about dehydrating your own backpacking snacks for dogs, because that is so simple and so much fun to do. I mean, when you buy snacks in the store, if you buy the right ones, there's nothing wrong with it. For example, I've got some over here that are Ravi's favorite treats for on the go, brands that have no chemicals, no additives and everything to it, but sometimes it's hard to find them. And we've been able to collect some over the years and we are very happy with it. For example, we've got this one by the brand of Wolfsblood. They are really small little stars, little trainers that you can use. All semi-moist, by the way, because that's what Ravi prefers. This is chicken breast with coconut, very lightweight. This is a bit of a heavier snack, so maybe more to take on day hikes than if you take it on long distance hikes. And those are just 100% dried meat. And this is also dried meat. So those are snacks, for example, if you buy those in the store, nothing wrong with that. They have great ingredients and everything. And if you look a little bit around, then you will find a lot without chemicals and additives. But like I said, it's not always easy and not everyone has the right stores nearby. Because, for example, in the supermarket, at least here in the Netherlands, you do not find a decent dog snack most of the time. So you have to go to a little bit more specific websites or shops. I will link some in the info box below, which I would like to buy from, where I would like to go to or would like to order from online. In case you're interested in some natural treats and snacks for your dog on the go, then I definitely recommend to go over there. Neither of these companies or shops sponsored this video. It's just that I would like to give them as a example to you because I absolutely like them and I like shopping there. So that's in regards to store-bought snacks, because today, like I mentioned, we are going to talk about homemade backpacking snacks for dogs. And first of all, what I like most about homemade dehydrated backpacking snacks is making them, because I think it's absolutely fun. Choosing whatever your dog likes and making that into a snack, put it in your dehydrator, let's wait until it comes out and then see your dog enjoying it. That's something that I really like. And of course there are no additives, no preservatives or anything in it. So be aware that if you're dehydrating your own backpacking snack for your dogs, they do not last as long as the ones that you buy in the store most of the time. These ones, as they are without chemicals, they do not last that long either. But sometimes you've got treats in the store which last for 2, maybe 3 years. And then I think, well, what's added to them to make that happen, to make that possible? And when you got your own snacks, of course, like I said, not that long. But if you choose the right ones, you won't have to last them for a very long time because your dog will absolutely love it. And they will be gone within just 1 or 2 or 3 hikes. So it's not that you have to make a really big batch in advance, because you can easily dry them overnight. So you can make them per month or depending on the storage room that you have, maybe per season. Just take a look at what you would like to dehydrate and what you would like to give your dog, and do a bit of research on how long you can take it, how long it will last before it expires, and then you will be fine. So that's just something that I wanted to mention, that these things do not last that long. So what I'm going to talk about today, what I really like to dehydrate are, for example, these kind of sausages. I will get back to them in a few seconds because I will start very easy. If you start with dehydrating for the first time, don't make it too hard on yourself. Just buy some chicken breast, some minced meat, roll the minced meat into little balls, or use a little ice tray cube tray there so that you can use that as a mold to shape them. Put them in your dehydrator and you're done as well. Nothing wrong with that, and it's a great treat to start with. What also is great to start with are, for example, chicken hearts, chicken stomachs, beef liver, stuff like that. For example, here I have beef heart. As you can see, that dries really nicely. You can easily cut it into different shapes. So as you can see, and here, that becomes really dry. I've got 2 doggies coming right now. As you can see, that dries very well, and this lasts very long. This is one of the things that lasts very long. I dried them around Christmas and they are still fine, and it is half of May right now. So this is absolutely something with a longer shelf life. Same for dried chicken fillet. Make sure that it is really dry, that it's crispy when you're trying to break it, and then that will last a bit longer. What lasts a little bit less longer are, for example, those kind of fishies. I'm sorry, not everybody likes to see this, but we are talking about dog food. So this is something you can dry very easily. Make sure that you dry them 100% as well. They last a little less longer, but also fine for a few months. So you can definitely make them in advance as well. And like I mentioned, one of my favorite things to dry are these kind of sausages, because I can not only use them as a treat, but I can also replace, for example, Ravi's kibble with it. And kibble obviously is very heavy, and of course this has weight as well, but it is way less heavy compared to the same weight in kibble. So when I'm having 50 grams of this, I will get them closer to you in a few seconds. When you get 50 grams of this, I have got double the amount when I take Ravi's kibble on the trail. So that's something that's a really great advantage as well, is obviously the weight. Because, for example, when you dry a sausage like this includes 250 grams. If you dry it, this is the one that came out of one of these sausages, this is the amount you're getting. And it is a remaining weight of 100 grams. So from 250 grams to 100 grams. And if I compare that to 50 grams of kibble, then I have way more to take with me. And like I said, I can use this as a treat, and I can replace this kibble with it, because this is just 100% suitable to feed your dog as a full meal. So those things are really treats. And this is a full meal. So therefore it's a multi-purpose item. And you know that I like that. So as you can see, you just cut these sausages in little squares, put them on the tray, like you saw in the intro of this video, and it comes out really nicely. Of course, I do not cut them very big because I've got small dogs, but when you've got bigger dogs, no problem at all. I would not recommend to cut them just in rounds and then feed them to your dog, because a round shape is always a little bit more dangerous because it can get stuck in their throat. So always cut them in squares, or if you leave them in rounds, cut those rounds in half. Same for these kind of sausages. That's actually the same as with this one. 200 grams remains 80 grams. So this would be a nice daily portion for Ravi to give him. When we're doing long distance hike, this one will do as well, because he is allowed to have, let's see what was mentioned on it. If I can see it, 25 grams of per body weight of kilograms of body weight per day. Ravi weighs a little under 10 kilograms, so he is fine with one of these sausages during the day. So one of these portions, 100 grams, and I can feed him all day long. So as you can see, dehydrating backpacking snacks for your dogs isn't very hard. Like I mentioned, start very easily. Just buy some chicken breast, some turkey fillet, beef. You can even use beef, minced beef, stuff like that. And by that you can improve your skills to your liking, whatever you like to make, whatever your dog likes to eat on the trail. Because be aware, it can get messy. When you dehydrate snacks for your dog, it can get really messy. Of course, these sausages, they don't. But when you're starting with fresh ingredients like long or hard, obviously they are covered in blood. So be aware of that and make sure for yourself if you are capable of handling that and you do not think that's really gross. And yes, it is. But if you can switch something in your head to say it's for my dog and it's for a good purpose, then you should absolutely be fine, I think. So this was really a short video this time. That also has a reason, because Ravi and I were planning on a overnighter this upcoming weekend, and that was obviously the planned first overnighter of the season, in which I was talking about in the video from our last overnighter when we started the season unexpectedly early. But usually it is May right now. You might have to cancel some trips because the weather is too cold. No. Temperatures this weekend here and next week are going up to 30 degrees Celsius. It is May. So that means that this time we have to reschedule because of the heat. So I had a very long hike planned for the weekend over 2 days, going with the train, Ravi's first time on the trail, camping in the woods and everything. But we have to reschedule that because I am not going to hike all day in 30 degrees Celsius. So have to reschedule that, and therefore I did not have loads of time to make another video for today. But I even hope that this video was helpful anyway. It could give you some ideas about dehydrating snacks for your dogs as well. It doesn't have to be hard, so it doesn't need a very long video, in my opinion. So if you would like to start with dehydrating your own backpacking snacks for your dogs, go ahead, give it a try. It's absolutely great to do. And if you would like to know anything more, as always, feel free to ask and I would be happy to help you out, because I'm doing this for several years now. So I think I will be pretty capable of helping you out when you're starting with this one. Hereby I would like to thank you for being part of this video. As always, enjoy the outdoors. No, not yet. Enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.